Welcome back. Wednesday afternoon, Keith Tebow from FRCmedia. Thank you for joining us again today. Governor Baker last week actually began to reopen Massachusetts in phases. We're in the midst of phase one, and some openings were last week, but a lot more openings that may impact a lot more people is actually beginning this week. And normally we spend some time each week with the One SouthCoast Chamber, and we're going to spend some time with them again today. We're going to bring in both Michael O'Sullivan and Rick Kidder from the chamber. We also have a fourth person in the mix, Lily Fagundes, who is a local salon owner in New Bedford, who is opened this week. Let me welcome you all first. Thank you for joining us, Mike and Rick and Lily. How are you all doing?
Thanks,
Very
Keith.
good.
We're doing great.
Thank you for having us.
Rick and Mike, last week we talked about how the chamber is celebrating the reopening of businesses with its Signs of Life program. And we're going to get to one of those Signs of Life and Lily in just a moment. But either one of you could just chime in. How is that going thus far as more businesses are beginning to open? Are you beginning to hear from some of those members?
We are indeed. Go ahead, Mike.
Mike, you're muted. Try now. Okay, Rick, why don't you take that one?
Sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. We started this little program last week, actually, so it's fairly fresh. What we're trying to do is to celebrate those businesses that are reopening. Some of them are reopening partially. Some of them are reopening in full. But we're treating it like it's a new ribbon cutting. We're asking them to take pictures, to send them to us so that we can celebrate reopening and call it Signs of Life, because there's signs of life in our economy.
Well, let's get right to the Signs of Life. Actually, Mike, do you want to test your microphone again? Can you just say something? Yeah, for some reason we're not hearing you. Why don't we try this? Why don't you jump off the line and get back on, and maybe that will work. We'll see you in a moment while we talk to Lily for a minute. Lily Fagundes, you own a hair salon in New Bedford, Hair in Motion. Now, you just opened up yesterday. Is that correct? And how's it been going?
Oh, we were very busy. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Yeah, we were really, really busy yesterday. We opened up the doors at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have all the protocols in line. As soon as they walk in, they have to wash their hands. They have to have masks on. We take their temperatures. And then we sanitize before and after everything. And what I do is I have a disinfectant spray. That way it can go inside the crevices. Not just the wipes, but the spray is a little bit better. And that's what we've been doing for every single client. And capes, it has to be disposable capes. Every single one has to have a different cape. And then we dispose of it. We have to throw it in the garbage. This is the protocol as of now. And then I had to put in my first salon down on Rockdale Avenue in South Dartmouth petitions because the girls were so close. They were only like 3 feet apart. So I had Horatios make petitions 6 feet high and then 5 feet wide for each station for them down there. Down here in my spa, it's already 6 feet apart. So it's perfect.
So let me just ask you, Lily, how's business been the first day and a half?
Oh my God, excellent. It is extraordinary. It's crazy. And people are so happy to see us. And we're so happy to see them. And I also have a cosmetology school upstairs from the salon downstairs. And I'm doing Zoom classes with the kids, which I love. And they're loving it too. Of course, they're in bed. Why wouldn't they? They all have to just open up the Zoom class.
That's right. Lily, let me ask you, before all this started, what was the impact on your business for being shut down for so long? And how did you cope with that? Were you able to qualify for some of the federal funding that was available?
Not myself, because I'm incorporated. So I can't, but I guess the smaller businesses can. I'm not that big, but I'm incorporated. So I didn't have any of those fundings. I did take... Of course, I work for my company. So, of course, you get Social Security every week. That's it. Other than that, I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Rick and
tough.
Mike, you want to go ahead,
Yeah,
Rick?
I want to ask Lily a question. Lily, I know that if I remember correctly, the way your salon operates, you're often working on 3 or 4 people at a time. You've got one person who's getting set, you got another who's getting color, you got another who's at a dryer. You can't do any of those things now, can you?
No, it's 1 an hour. As long as you have a chemical service and they're there for 45 minutes to an hour, I cannot do people in between, because that was how I worked. That's how I was taught 34 years ago. You take in people in between. So I was doing up to 4 clients an hour. Now I only do 1 an hour if they have a chemical service. And if they just have a haircut, I'm really fast. They come, yeah, yeah, I do. For 15 minutes, I can do a haircut in 15 minutes. Wash, cut, and we can't do dry. We can't blow dry the hair.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that's
a rule.
different.
Yeah, I guess the corona will go everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah. Mike, I don't know if you're still with us. You have a question for Lily? We'll test your microphone at the same time. No,
No,
apparently we're having some technical difficulties with Mike. Mike can just look good for
yeah, he
this,
just stand there and look good. Actually, what he needs is a haircut, Lily.
Oh, I'll do
that's
it.
a nice
Come down
transition.
now.
That's a nice transition.
I think perhaps some sort of live video of Mike getting his haircut.
Absolutely, we could do you on Zoom class. You could.
There you go. I think, because he can't answer for himself, I'm going to answer for him. He is more than happy to be a model for you for your Zoom class.
Oh, that's great.
In return for a haircut, because he's been dying to get one.
Oh, that's
there you go.
Great.
Thumbs up.
At 11 o'clock.
Thumbs up for Mike. Lily, let me ask you: was there any apparently you said business has been good the first couple of days. Was there any anxiousness on your part about reopening? Was there am I doing this too soon, even though the governor is giving us the opportunity to do so? Or was it like, I need to get my business back up and running, we're going to take the precautions and we're going to move ahead? That's
what I did. I told all my staff they have to take the back whistle and the barbicide. They had to take one of those tests for disinfectant and sanitation. They all took it. They all passed. And I was telling them, okay, we're going to open up Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. They said, Lily, we're ready. So when we call our clients, some of them were crying. They're like, oh my God, Lily, thank you, God. We need it. We look like Rapunzel, Groucho Marx, but we can't do waxing. We can't do waxing, nor the nail technicians cannot come in yet, nor the Botox ladies can't come in yet. And the massage therapists, that's in a different phase.
Yeah.
I can't wait personally until I can get my Botox again. The lines are starting to appear. It's not a pretty sight. But Lily, you always have this positive attitude towards everything that you do. And you've been quite the entrepreneur. You have had a salon. You've now started a school. You moved into an incredible building in downtown New Bedford. You've done an awful lot to build up your business. I think you're probably pretty well assured of that business all coming back to you, aren't you?
Oh goodness, yes. My mom, my dad died when I was only 5 months old, to a car accident in 1967. He died in July 7th in 1967, and we were little. I was 5 months old. My sister was 2.5. My other brother was 5, and my other sister was 6. So she raised us with a lot of love, a lot of dignity. We were poor, but she stretched that dollar so much, it was ridiculous. So that's what I'm teaching my students too, how to have a business. Don't go to a franchise to get your coffee. Go to a place that is only 99 cents and don't spend the $4. Put it in the bank, for God's sake. I didn't have no money at 22 years old when I bought my first building, but Luso Bank back in the day, God rest his soul, Mr. Govea, he saw passion in my eyes and he said, Lily, I am going to give you a 30-year mortgage. And I says, you can give me 10. And I paid it off in 3.5 years. I was only 26 and a half when I paid off that building, my first building. That's down awesome. In South Dartmouth with no money down. I had no money. Yeah. So my mom always taught us to stretch And you know what she did? She's still an amazing lady. She's 95 now. She had me at 43. She always taught us to give. Even if you don't have, you give. We didn't have, and we always gave $5 a month. It's choking me up. $5 a month for Africa Relief Fund. And she always had a picture of the child, so we could see that they're eating and they're being loved and everything. So yeah, she always gave back to the community. So that's when I told my brothers and sisters, I said, if I have anything, that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to give back to the community.
Well, and you do that in so many different ways. And what you're doing now with this school is absolutely remarkable, because you're not just teaching them the skills of haircutting, you're teaching them how to live their lives. And that's you do that by example, and you're an amazing person, and we are so lucky to have you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
And I just want to echo, just by hearing in your voice, Lily, the passion that you have, not only for your community but for your business. If every business owner, and Rick and Mike can attest to this, Mike silently, that if people have that same passion, and the business owners have that same passion and the same drive that they had in starting their business, and even 2 weeks before the middle of March when all of this hit, they'll probably do well, and you're a testament to that. So Lily, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for having me.
And Lily,
thank you. And
keep those doors open and keep those customers coming in.
Oh, absolutely. I will.
And just so that you know, I can't wait to see the video of you getting Mike his haircut.
That's so great. When is he coming?
I don't know. We'll have to set that up. I'll put him in touch with you.
Okay.
He'll call you, he says. He says he'll call you, Lily. All right.
Thank you.
Lily, Rick, and Mike, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it again. We'll talk again soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Keith, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And I also want to thank all of you for watching us again here at FRC Media as we have our weekly visit with the One SouthCoast Chamber. It's good to see that our local businesses are slowly getting back into the swing of things. And before we know it, hopefully we'll all be back on our feet real soon. So for all of us here at FRC Media, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll talk again soon.